No problem. After an actual night's rest. You'll notice there's only one bed here. Interesting. Of course, there's a second story. You ran out of coins. Please purchase more at the counter on the left. There's only one slot machine here, but it is a casino, alright. But I hear there's a big casino somewhere. I'd love to go there just once for a little bet. We'll be running into that eventually, but for now let's talk to her and see, or him, and see what our options are. We can buy 1 coin, 10 coin, 50 coin set, or a 100 coin set. Just for the sake of it, we'll buy 1 coin. As you can see, you can get all kinds of fun things, like a see-through cape. Cape made of very thin cloth. It gives you a miracle, restores fight power, restores HP and MP fully. Be nice and useful, wouldn't it? And the rage knife. Special knife imbued with special rage power. Gives you bomb attack. Zap charm. Talisman, which causes thunder damage to one enemy. Statue restores HP of members of your party during battle if you ask it nicely. And the flame charm. Talisman that causes flame damage to one enemy. How do you win those incredible things? Well, let's take a look, shall we? All we have to do, walk up to it, and press Control Pad up to enter a coin. The reel automatically stops. So, throw in a coin. The more coins you throw in, the more of those swords line up. So, optimally, you'll win more often if you have 5. But let's spin the slots. They stop on their own. No go. But that's fine. Don't want to waste any time here, as those items, though a little bit useful, really not worth the time to grind up the kind of coinage that you need there. That's perfectly fine. The other casino's also more fun, has some other games. We'll check that out when we get to it. But for now, let's head over to Lufia's castle. We have to guard it with our lives until the ceremony. The coronation ceremony ends. Welcome to Lufia's castle. The coronation crown is on public display on the throne, as opposed to the non-coronation crown back. Don't go there yet, speed up the plot. We can't see the coronation ceremony, but we can see our prince's spectacular crown. We expect guests shortly. Our kingdom shall be filled with visitors from countries near and far, like Dankirk and Graz. The crown our prince will wear at the ceremony is incredible. They say it's priceless. Wouldn't it be the crown? Oh well. And who's this lovely woman here? It's my brother's coronation ceremony today. I hope it will end without incident. The princess. I too will do my very best to see that the ceremony ends without trouble. Lovely. Where could this lead to? Dangerous beyond this point. Please turn back. We can't walk past him if we wanted to, so here's some good advice. But with that said, let's go forward and move this whole plot thingamajiggery along. Beyond this door is the throne room. Now's a rare chance to see the crown. You should go look. You talk to anyone? Your Majesty! The crown! What is it? I just learned that this crown is an imitation. This can't be true. The way it shines, it must be real. The guards on the crown are the best. It's impossible for anyone to switch crowns. Well, what's going on? I've called an expert. I'll have him examine the crown right away. Very well, do it immediately. Yes, Your Majesty. And they run off wearing it. Hold on there. I've never seen you before. What's your outfit, soldier? What is it? Cat got your tongue? Dribbles, drubbles. See, you noticed, eh? What the? Welly, well, well. 'Tis I, Bertie, world-renowned thief. And as I is Welly, well, 'tis Bart, Bertie's first apprentice. Greetings. What? Who are you guys? We're comic relief. Don't move. See if all of you can see this bloomin' bomb well now, eh? What are you waiting for, Bart? Let's party on, eh? Right out, Bertie. Wah! Oh no! Put it out! But! Watch out, folks, the big one's coming. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1, boom! Huh? What's going on, Bart? I haven't got a clue, buddy. Where you playing, Bob? Boo. I love these two characters. They were one of the only good parts about the remake. Notice no one grabbing up the crowd. I'm a great generous kind of thief. I'll let you go this time. Very well done. You have buried me something terrible, but no more. Gone. Poof. And then she runs back. Grab. What are you doing? Do something. We're the Spritzels of the kingdom. Yes, your majesty. Yeah. Is that possible? The explosion must have hit them directly. Oh no. That's it. We can't have the ceremony now. In honor of Balloon's kingdom, we must get the crown back. The crown stolen? The crown's been stolen? What shall I do? I'm so sorry. The crown was stolen right before my eyes, and I couldn't even move. It's okay, dude. There was a bomb. However, I don't know where they were thieves. These were Miss Bertie and Bart. Why they totally fooled me? What do you mean? Do you know them? Oh no, never heard of them. I mean, the way they fooled me, I thought they had to be famous. Dot, dot, dot. Let's just ignore you for a moment. The crown has cost a fortune. No wonder villains are after it. The crown's price is not important. Its value lies in the attitude of he who wears it. My brother. I saw two strange men descend the backstairs. What's odd is, for some reason, I always thought the blue-haired one was a chick anyway. And they made her into one for the remake. It could just be a mistranslation somewhere along the lines. Could just be that she's got a Ferris thing going on. Who knows? But that doesn't look too good. You all right? That probably hurt. Two men suddenly the bomb set up someone. Threw a bomb at you? No, the bomb exploded before they threw it. Fragments struck my head and it passed out. But how could they survive the explosion anyway? Okay, I didn't get hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Balloon's Castle, basement 2. We got a little bit of music too. Monsters appeared long ago when people stopped using the castle basement. I see, but did you see two guys pass through here? What? Well, I fell asleep, couldn't think of it. I might have heard some sounds. Please don't tell the king that I fell asleep. Useless. Remember how we're supposed to know that Alan's guards are useless? Well, now you know why. See this little crack right here? Can you imagine why that's there? Bingo! You can't do anything about it yet. So first, get this spider from behind. Got it first. Take out these centopeds. A very weird enemy. They actually do have a poison attack when they choose to use it. Good movie! Capsule monsters don't always have to attack. They can defend and run away. No logic in their actions. Their AI is equivalent to, well, not really having one. But they're easy enough to take down, and they drop antidotes. So if they do poison you, well, odds are you've already gotten a couple antidotes stored up from fighting them. There's a horse scene. They move exceedingly quickly compared to the enemies we've seen up to this point. But they're always not. They're not always so smart. Mad horses. You'll also remember that Tia's actually equipped with the long knife at this point. She'll always have that whip knife on her. Or that whip in her hand. But they're easy to take down too. They are not so easy to take down if you haven't gotten them yet. This puzzle's not really too hard. Step on that, it moves. But you can't really move that unless you move this first. And then that extends. But, now there's this one we can't get. Looks like we're gonna have to reset. Because I broke the puzzle. Just want to show off that use of reset. With this one, you want to push this down, and this over. That way you have the room to be able to push this one down. Like so. The reset spell really is freakishly valuable in all ways. working so much better. Bombs can blast boxes, cracked walls, and pillars. They explode 6 steps after placement. One swing of your sword is considered 1 step, so 6 swings will detonate a bomb. To use a bomb, press the select button to call up the skill ring. So, much like how a certain amount of sword/circle movements will make enemies no longer arrowed, to make sure you don't pull a birdie or a Barney, bombs have a similar usage. Except for one thing it doesn't mention, bombs' blast radius will set each other off, which is very useful for certain tricks. They don't have any effect on enemies walking around, however, which means that I often find myself switching around rather frequently. But it's not a necessity by any means. Just a little something that makes you feel more cool. Don't need to fight you again. Grab out the bomb. And blow up that cracked wall. Bombs make this game feel more Zelda-like, as does the item that'll help us get across in the air that we don't have yet. But it also just makes it feel more fleshed out, because frankly, it's nice to have more variety in the puzzle. Without the bombs, we would have a much lesser variety, especially as time on. So that looks like something that we're going to want to do, but we can't do this. Trust me, if you're standing on it, it doesn't do a thing. There are lots of frogs here, and they give a measly amount of experience, but every little bit counts, especially when, while I do still grind for equipment, I'm not in the way that makes it so that you can just walk over bosses. That would just make this game pointless. As like most RPGs, the bosses are what give you the most variety, the most interesting stuff to do, etc, etc, etc. So now we have to carry this lovely little pot around. You know, until you make so much use of the R or L buttons. The R button and L just seems to be why. But I like to. It's getting more interesting. So you don't have to over here. Unlocks another chest with a headband in it, giving us an extra one for no good reason. But hey, never hurts to have extra items when you might need some money later. Or for capsule monsters. So we're already rather far along in it, as I'm sure you can imagine. Let's see, I think this is the first time we'll face big bats. Yep. Big bats are very similar to small bats. They have more health, obviously, and they can deal more damage. And they can call bat friends that are their own size. But overall, I think they have a drain attack, but they use it very rarely, so if I get it on camera, I'll be sure to show it off as I'm recording every battle, even if it doesn't end up being shown. But if not, then I'll just cut, obviously, because no point in me watching redundant videos. As well as has repetitive gameplay, that's not what you're here to see. At least I hope not, because I'm here to entertain. So, let's see here. I think this is actually the way to continue on in the game. This is another one of those puzzles that's brain dead easy. Problems with it, your name might be Deckler. Escapes are nice and useful. The fact that it gives you one makes you think that maybe I just might end up wanting to use that when I'm done with this dungeon. And if I remember correctly, not really far off from the mark. The place is full of bats, but they're really nothing to be afraid of. And these cracked walls are also nothing to be afraid of. Obviously. Colored lights align, the light vanishes. When all vanish, the path opens up, which essentially means 3 in a row, tic-tac-toe. But there's not an even amount of 3, so you do have to use a little bit of strategy for this puzzle. To start off, you can get rid of the yellow however you want. The yellow is not special or important. But I think I still might screw this one up. Let's see. No, I think I can cut it over here. Obviously, if any puzzles give me trouble, you'll only see my first attempt. So let's give this another shot. See here, the most important things we need to be able to move around the most blocks possible after we're done getting this first part set up, so that we can actually arrange them carefully without forcing the colors to align in ways we don't want. So, to start out, we're just going to do this to get rid of the yellow. The yellow is not our problem. In fact, if anything, the yellow is our friend. Now, we just have to apply the blue carefully. The biggest thing we want to make sure they don't detonate themselves when we get to it. Do that. Get through like that. Just be careful with your timing of this. Done. And we find a coat. Which doesn't really sound all that impressive. I don't remember if it is. Let's see. Yeah, re-energizes, nice. Restores a lot of your HP. And does it for the whole party. Alright, so here is another new enemy type. Buffalo, rather. They move very, very fast, which is why I smacked them with an arrow. And they're not really all that threatening, unless you haven't gotten the newer equipment. Ah, drat. I did miss that equipment. That's okay, we'll go back to that room shortly enough. So now, we have an interesting little puzzle. Switches warp you to 4 different rooms. You step on it immediately. You're sent to this little thing. So it must be these 4 switches. Send you to 4 different rooms. As you can see, that sucker's fast. But fast doesn't always mean threatening. Now if you'll recall, there are other things that bombs can do. Because we want to get to that chest, but we can't carry this out of the spikes. So what do we do? Drop this on there. Put down bomb. Put it out. Ta-da! Now we received a dragon egg. Dragon eggs are very, very valuable. They show up in here even though they really ought not to. And dragon egg. Collect 8 of these mysterious eggs to have your wish granted by the egg dragon. Wait, so we're collecting 8 of something to get a wish granted by a dragon? Blink, blink. Yeah, I think everyone gets what I'm referring to here. So here, well, we can't really do anything here yet, but that's something we'll need to remember later. So we'll turn around, down that spot, and here we have another new enemy type. Cobalt. Should be Cobalt, but it's Cobalt. Natsume, Wonderland, type. They have the most adorable little puppy faces, and carry bones, which just smack you in the face. They're also another enemy that can check the situation if I recall. They also drop a lot of money, if I also recall. It makes them good to fight. But they also like to run away. Oh, we just got a long knife. That will be very valuable in the future. Another long knife off of them. And one thing I didn't mention before, capsule monsters, as you can see, only got 84 HP. But I haven't been wasting items or magic healing you. That's right, capsule monsters store all their HP after every battle. Awesome, huh? We're sort of like sacred Pokemon. That sound means the door opened. Also, sometimes skulls can be exploded, so I have a tendency to explode them just for the sake of it. So this will be the final room we go to. I never remember the order properly. So in here we have a most interesting little situation. We've got a horsey there. No obvious way to be able to take it out. But it's following us exactly. Which means easily enough. Yep, we could trick it to go running there by going below the teleport pad and just running downwards. And that screws it up. Kind of amusing, huh? And from it we get a light knife. It's not light as in small. It's actually light as in a light shines with brilliant light. And it has a light attack, stronger against enemies that are vulnerable to light. Obviously, it's not very strong for Maxim. It's not very strong for her either. Also, you'll notice that she has a long knifed and buckler-heeled headband limit. Oh god, no equipping. There are so many bugs in Lufia too, I find it hilarious. Still like the game. It's one of those games that you have to learn now. Before game's good. So this is where we should have started first. But we'll want to start off by going this way. Pick up a miracle. Probably won't be using many of those till late game, end game, but they're good to have. Around the edges, there's no other place we can join in. So we'll have to step back on the map. And as you can see, there's no way we could have gotten up there any other way than we did. So we should kind of follow it around. And we get secret fruit. Secret fruit is for capsule monsters, but I'll go more into that when time comes. But one thing I completely forgot to actually take a look at. Wink. Yeah, that was kind of bad. This one. Yeah. Because when that other one moved, push. Which, you know, kind of useful. We can't go that way with it. We need to go to the path that had the cobalts. Yeah, cobalts. Also, if you want to get a whole bunch of light knives or anything, just reset, they'll reappear. But I really recommend against doing that, just because you'll have to do part of this puzzle again, as I recall. But we do have a new color of lizard. Let's see what these guys bring out. We got centopedes still, also lizards. They sort of look like a cross between a hedgehog and lizard frog thing. They have a poison attack if I recall, but they also have a death animation. The underground walkway lies ahead. No trespassing. Maxim, look! Those two guys! You, don't move! I applaud your efforts in coming this far, but you shouldn't have jumped down here, you say? Haha, surprised? Weren't expecting such terrible tricks on the ground, were you? What are you going to do, Maxim? You ready to swim? Wally's water is on its merry way. Alright, Bart, do it. Righto, boss. Yeah. What weirdos. So, we must be stuck. Guess we got away with it. Except that they haven't. This does mean we don't get to fight them. But I wouldn't want to kill them. They're hilarious. Maxim, look, the crown. Must have dropped when they were washed away by their wily water. Whatever happened to them? I have no idea. How far were they carried away? What if they're okay? I wouldn't worry. They're the type that always comes back to bug you over and over. Yeah, you're right. Gets the crown. Forget. Does the crown actually show up as an item? It doesn't show up here. And it is here. Crown. The king's crown. So we just get to leave Alan's kingdom crown as his new ruler. Yeah, right. But a girl can dream, can't she? Take a little sucker over here. It may seem like we're done with this dungeon, but if you recall, I accidentally skipped some stuff. So we're going to want to go back and get that. However, it was a little bit farther back in the dungeon, and rather than have to watch through me remembering exactly where that was, I took the wrong turn, I'm just going to cut until I get back to that spot, and you'll join me from there. And welcome back! That little detour I didn't take was right here. just use our escape. The basement was riddled with traps. It's amazing you came back without a scratch. Let's talk to the guy that's right down here again. Oh, you took the crown back? Great, but I didn't know the crown had been stolen. Moron. You recaptured the crown. How courageous. What a wonderful thing you've done. Thank you for returning the crown to us. Oh, I wish my brother could be more like you. For the sake of our country. Wouldn't be a bad thing. Oops. We recaptured the crown. How wonderful. Our own soldiers are just useless. I'm so relieved that the crown is with us again. You were so brave to go down to that basement. It's amazing you came back alive in the basement of the castle. They really ought to do something about those monsters. Return the crown, Maxim. But I want it. Oh well. But you captured the crown, right? Even I couldn't do that. Cool. Very cool. Even we'd think twice before going into that basement. Darn impressive. Thank you for getting the crown back. Theft has made our prince rethink his ways. I think we should thank those thieves. Well, I guess there's a lot of Loon's Kingdom still has to do. Must be an omen signifying it's not yet my time to reign. I will study all of my life with all my heart to become king in my own right. I don't know how to thank you for retrieving our precious crown. You retrieved our crown, did you not? On behalf of the kingdom, I thank you. I'd like to reward you. What would you like? We have a split answer here. So I'm going to give the more interesting answers first. All four of them. First up, money. Very well. I will reward you with 2,000 gold pieces. That's pretty boring. Postpone the ceremony, blah 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 blah. That's kind of dull, isn't it? Princess. She was kind of cute, right? What? The princess? Well, that's for her to decide. The woman beside you is glaring at you. Are you quite sure of your decision? I believe this will cause you much trouble. Why not settle for 500 gold pieces? So that was just a rip-off. And he still says all the same things. Let's choose the last option. Joke option. Okay. What? You want me as your reward? But, no. Well, if you insist, I'll think about it. No, of course not. I was joking, you see. Why not settle for 1,000 gold pieces? That's how little he thinks of his daughter. Let's see what nothing yields us. Nothing. What? You want nothing? I admire your generosity. I shall reward you with 3,000 gold pieces. Awesome. Appreciate all you've done. Thank you. You postpone the ceremony. I shall rebuild my kingdom and make it impregnable to thieves. Then the ceremony shall be held. Not bad. So, that's said. Well, my father has come to his senses. He swears he'll take great care with our kingdom's fortunes. The crown is ours again, and my father has seen the light. How can I ever thank you? 500 gold pieces sound good to you? Yeah, it was bad. Just as I thought, the robbers were in the basement. Here's who found the crown. It's really amazing, for I could never do that. It's because you're all jokes. Also, that's the full detail of their armor. Kinda cool, huh? I'm glad to be finally done with the Loon's Kingdom. Take a brief little rest at the inn. Seems the ceremony's off for now. It's 200 gold pieces a night. You wanna stay?